Hi, this is Suzanne Travers. Welcome to Career Game Changer Work From Home series. The series that we're doing was introduced in a blog post recently at Career Game Changer. I really want to share with you ideas about working from home, opportunities to work from home, jobs to work from home, business models in case you're interested in unleashing that entrepreneurial spirit in you and want to start your own business. We're going to go down lots of different paths on this journey, and I'm delighted that you've decided to join us. We're going to meet some interesting people along the way, people who have unleashed their dreams successfully, developed their game plan, took inspired action, and are just doing extraordinary things from a career perspective now, working from home. And then we'll also meet some people who are a little earlier in that journey, who have taken some steps, but are still working on their work as well as their fortune, or their future as I choose to call it. I really need your feedback as we go along. Your input is going to help determine just how much time we spend on the business model entrepreneurial aspect of this versus the career and job aspect of it. We'll cover both, and we'll look at opportunities and resources and ideas and all those things from both. But if you see something out there you'd like me to explore, I'll be happy to. Just let me know. I really want to help you find legitimate work from home opportunities. So if you've got some warnings that you'd like to share with people about something you've tried, you want to let me know so I can pass it on, I'll be happy to. If you've got somebody you know who's just succeeding tremendously in their work from home experience, let me know that too, because I'll be looking for guests for our series. I have some lined up now, but we'll be needing more. I see this going on for some time. It'll be a mixture of blog posts, videos, and webinars. I look forward to going on this journey with you. Now, I'm going to introduce Jim Rohn to you. I introduced him in the blog post. This picture I took from the jimrohn.com website. Jim passed away in 2009, but thankfully somebody is out there still selling all of his resources, his books, his magazines, his webinars, CDs, and I encourage you, if you're interested in self-improvement, Jim is a great resource. He's just extraordinarily inspiring. I had the opportunity to be at a conference, and Jim was the keynote speaker, and at lunch the day he was speaking, there was a private lunch with the host for some of the business people who were there. And while we were having lunch, we noticed somebody come in, and the silence settled over the room because it was Jim. And almost on cue, we all stood up, started applauding and cheering. And I'll tell you, you would have thought a rock star walked in, or royalty. It was just extraordinary. Those of us who were successful entrepreneurs in the room, he was royalty. He was a rock star in the entrepreneurial, business, finance, self-help, motivational arena. Jim was really one of the masters. And it was such an honor to be in that intimate environment and lunch with him, and then see him on stage, because his presence on stage was just extraordinary. He always had a whiteboard, and he would always give you, it was like a professor. He would tell you to make sure you made notes so that you would not forget, because he knew if you wrote it down, you had a better chance of remembering. Now, this is a quote I shared in the blog, and I would like to share with you today because it really is the foundation of what we're going to be doing with our work from home series. Because I'm not going to ever advise any of you to just change overnight, to just stop what you're doing, launch your business, and go for it. That is not what I am all about personally. I believe in developing the game plan, taking inspired action, unleashing the dream, and then achieving winning results. But you really have to have a game plan. And for most of us, that means keeping our day job while we're working on our future, or as Jim called it, our fortune. And here's the quote from Jim. If you'll devote, to start with, let's say 10 to 15 hours a week where you'll start making a profit, here's what you can now say. I'm working full-time on my job and part-time on my fortune, because profits lead to fortune. I get so excited about that philosophy. I'm working full-time on my job, but I'm working part-time on my fortune. I found a way not only to make a living, you won't believe this, I found a way to make a fortune. Can you imagine what that's like then, to get up in the morning, to go to work on your fortune, not to go to work to pay the rent, which is okay, but a chance to go to work to make a fortune. You can say, right now, I'm working part-time on my fortune and full-time on my job, but it won't be long until I'll be working full-time on my fortune. Can you imagine what life is going to be like? Now, that quote inspired me on many levels. It's one of the reasons why over the last 6 years, as I have been developing the concept for Career Game Changer, I continue to recruit. I needed to take a lot of classes over the last 6 years to prepare me to know what I needed to know to launch an online business. I had a traditional business, but now I was doing something completely different where it's just all online. I needed to learn about how to develop the content and create the programs and the blog and all those pieces that go into it. It took time. It didn't happen as fast as I would like it to have happened. Now, when I got this idea 6 years ago, I hoped and prayed that nobody else would do anything like it. And fortunately, nobody did while I was doing all this prep. So now I can work full-time on Career Game Changer, but it took me 6 years to get here. I encourage you to set aside some time. Maybe it's not 10 or 15 hours a week that you have that you can spend now. You may have other obligations, but if you can spend a little bit of time, even 30 minutes, and spend that time reading something or investigating something that would help you prepare for your dream, take that time and just get started. Because even if you're spending 30 minutes a week working on your future, then you'll be in the position where Jim talked about, where you can say, right now I'm working part-time on my fortune and full-time on my job, but it won't be long until I'll be working full-time on my fortune. Now, you may be like me and it may take 6 years, but you'll get there. That's the important thing. You just have to chip away at it. So here's how to reach me. I would love to hear from you. As I said, I really need your feedback. I really need to know what interests you, what you'd like me to explore. We're going to cover some unusual ideas and concepts about getting started, especially for those of you out there who have been unemployed for a while. I realize you don't have a lot of resources to spend on starting a business, but you need to be finding a way to work. And we've got some interesting ideas to help you get started doing some things on more of a gig or consulting basis to get you some income coming in. So we're going to be working on that too. So I look forward to working with you. Please email me at Suzanne Travers at careergamechanger.com. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Google+. You can find me at the website at careergamechanger.com. I look forward to hearing from you. Oh, and by the way, I'm also on LinkedIn. We have a group at LinkedIn called Career Game Changer. I look forward to hearing from you and working with you on this Work From Home series. Thank you for the opportunity. Bye-bye.